A big welcome to you, my dear Taurus. The sun now in the Hermit, the Virgo, is letting us know that we have the light within us, that we are supported through the sun that is here in Virgo, in the Hermit, who is holding the lantern, that we can find that light deep within us. Because the sun is giving the light to the moon, which is in your sign, and so you're getting that information through your subconscious. Find your spiritual light as a spiritual leader. So today we're going to look at the King of Pentacles, and of course I have three versions of the one that I did in the previous reading. Is the one that has above him here Aries, the Emperor, and so you can find that reading there if your birthday is between 10th to the 20th of April, right? You find this combination in the reading before, where that's in Aries. Then we have the classical Taurus, which is between the 21st of April to the 9th of May. If your birthday is there, you're this combi, right? And understand we are doing that today. And then we have one more combi, and that's to the next zodiac sign, which is of course here the Knight of Swords, which is Gemini. Your birthday between the 10th to the 20th of May, then you're this combination. Remember, you see that he has the Hierophant above him. He's not a classical Gemini, right? And so this I'm doing today as well. So that's that. And then of course back to the last reading, where we had the Leo Sun giving Taurus Moon the light. The King of Pentacles, he got give you love no matter what. And the Knight of Swords, when taking action, you're ignited. And I looked if there's a recurring card, and there is not. And so we begin the reading. So the King of Pentacles, right? He sits looking to the left, but always remember, when we look to the left and we become the card, he looks to the right, and he is getting the Ace of Wands. So here comes then the number 3, right? The 2 and the 1. And in the 3 we find Venus, the morning and the evening star. We find the strength to take action about whatever you financially need to do as the next step. These actions are always important actions because they're guided actions. This is connected with Mercury, right, with the Magician. And so of course I'm going to look at what is Mercury saying, and Mercury is bringing you the Blade. And so here the 3 and the 6 is the 9, and the 9, that's Virgo. That's the Hermit. So here you are noticing that the Blade is bringing you a sword, a thought. Right here you're holding a wand, but here the holy sword is coming. And the 9. The 9, there is a completion in the way you holding your money. You took action because you knew in the 6 is the holiness in it, right? And so the 9 appears, is talking to you. Then of course I want to see, right, Mercury right now is in Virgo. I'm going to put you aside. And from Virgo's deck we get Temperance. And you see, we go to the right, but she's turning her back to this. So are you turning your back to this? There is a wand and there is a sword. There is a blade. There is 2 masculine energies. This is feminine. And Sagittarius, which is connected to Temperance, is connected to this wand. So whatever you're taking action about is important right now to recognize. And And Temperance is always saying, well, unite water, unite the feminine and the masculine. And here's the feminine and here's the masculine. And the blade is masculine too. And she's holding here these 2 cups. So the 14, when we unite it, we get the 5, and the 6 is the 11. Right? So this is a date, the 3rd of November or the 11th of March. And either there is Sagittarius, right, affecting you on your mind. And the 11, though, that's the portal that you are recognizing, that you're noticing. And he's looking to the left and she's looking to the right. And in between are these 2 phallic energies. Now, of course, what is Temperance saying? What is Sagittarius saying? And you're getting the 8 of Aries, which is Jupiter in Gemini. And in the 8 of Aries, right, we need to recognize that we have to help others to liberate our own selves, sometimes out of a prison. So the 8 and the 6 is the 14. Then we have a 14-14 portal with Temperance, turning then that into a 5-5. And the 3, right? The 3 stays left with you as the King of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands. So take action on that one thought, right? But I could also make out of the 8 and that one blade a 9, which is then again Virgo, Temperance. So she is giving this to this person. It's almost like you have realized something here through Sagittarius. You have realized that a sharp mind, sharp words, they can hurt. And you don't want to hurt anymore, right? And you are coming into an understanding that you are wanting to change. So then I'm going to look into what is the Mother Peace Tarot saying. And you get the 6 of Wands slightly to the left. Jupiter in Leo, and this is Jupiter in Gemini. So we're going to look through what the clarification is. Now, the 6 of Wands is victory, and the victory is towards the left, right? And so here, the Ace of Wands. So now you see that she's pointing at this one idea. The 6 and the 1 is the 7. So the 6 is the third eye, the inner eye, the knowing that here I can see what I need to see. And plus 1 is the 7. So connect with the 7th chakra. Connect with your divine nature. What is coming here to the blade? A 6-6 portal. 2 times the 6, become creative in how you see the information in your third eye. And she's also pointing at the blade. Wow. Then here, the 14, the 6, is the 20, the last judgment. And the last judgment is literally saying, well, you are this guardian angel. You're victorious if you connect to uniting masculine and feminine. But I can also make here, of course, the 5 and the 6 is the 11. Again, that portal, the 11 portal. You can pick what works for you better today, right? The 20 or the 11. So the last judgment is saying, yes, you can do it. And then here, the 6 and the 8 is the 14, which is then the 14-14 portal here. It's almost like she knows if you give this to her, she's almost like she's saying, yes, you did good. That's your guardian angel here. Right? And then the 5 is left. And you understand that's the human aspect in us, that we have to learn to let go of certain thoughts, give it away. It's holding you prison if you're holding on to that thought. And then what's happening with you? She's pointing at you. The 2 and the 6 is the 8. Then you have an 8-8 portal. And there you understand that once you give your thoughts away that have hold you prisoner, right? Jupiter and Gemini is like this crazy type of thinking. And then you understand what to do with yourself, and you're liberating yourself, and you're coming into a beautiful way of healing. Beautiful. The Knight of Swords. Now he's getting the Seven of Pentacles, which is Saturn in Taurus. So the 7 and the 3 is the 10, a new cycle where you let something grow into a direction that you put your hand over, and it's your left hand, and the left is always coming from the heart. So you have the courage, right, to step up and say, well, I've been working on this, and so I know this is important, and the 10 appears. So I want to look deeper into this card, right, which is Saturn in Taurus. And so the deck for Saturn brings you the Emperor. And so the 7 and the 3, that was, of course, the 10, and the 4 is the 14, Temperance, is coming here as well. And it's almost like he's looking at it, the Emperor, and he's like, what are you doing? I'm protecting what I worked on. And the 5 is left. The 5 is then that human aspect in us is left, that where you have learned something. Then what is, of course, Taurus bringing? Left something. The 2 of Wands, which is Mars in Aries. And so Aries is here, Mars in Aries, right? You see that Saturn in Taurus is bringing you action, the same way that here the Ace of Wands came. So taking action is important. Protecting is important. And the 7 and the 4, if I leave you on the side for a moment, the 7 and the 4 is an 11. Right? And so there is a portal that is speaking. And then the 2 and the 3 is the 5, 11 of May or the 5th of November as a date. But you see, right, he's creating his world through the help of Aries. There is an Aries, and Aries is also bringing you here the connection with the 2 of Wands. And so Mars is take action. Take action. Aries is take action. And yes, you are protecting, but now also take action, right? So it's really beautiful. It's letting you know that something is important here. And so, of course, I want to see what is the mother piece tarot bringing. You're getting the Shaman of Swords to the right, down. And that's Aquarius. And you see the butterfly, you see the mind, the mastermind. That's what Aquarius is. He's a shaman. And so, what is he bringing to the 7 of Pentacles? He's the 11th zodiac sign, the 7-11, 11-7. Right? So observe what he's helping you to protect what you have worked on. Using the mastermind, but it's going out, down this way, right? Something is not there yet. Then here the Emperor is looking away. He's not seeing Aquarius. And what's interesting is that Saturn is in Aries. And so Saturn, right, we had here Saturn in Taurus. Saturn is bringing you Aries. So it's really clear Saturn is in Aries. And Aries is helping you to protect what you worked on. But also understand Aquarius. Aquarius is important. He is connected with Uranus, and Uranus is in Gemini. And you are the Knight of Swords. But you have above you Taurus, right? As a spiritual consciousness. The 4th of November or the 11th of April, a new date. Then what's happening here with the Two of Wands? And so the 11th of February or the 2nd of November, new date. But it's like he's the one that actually sees that something here is not clear. That you need to really understand Aquarius. Aquarius is a strong energy. It's like swords, right? It's mind, it's consciousness. And it's kind of like the blade, right, that came up for the King of Pentacles. So it's like that sharpness. So you're looking at it, right? And you see that something is not there yet. And of course, since it's Aquarius, I want to see what he's bringing. And he brings the 6 of Cups. And he's pointing at these children. You see that? He's pointing down to this way. Would be like this, it's not the same, right? So it's like there is something, if these children can climb up here and explore. And so the 6, 11, 6, 6, 11, a new date. And this is Sun in Scorpio, and you understand that there is this childhood memory appearing when you remember what you worked on. When you know that the Emperor is not looking at all of this, that Aries is like, okay. And also the Two of Wands sees all of it. The 6 and the 2 is the 8. The 8, 11, 11, 8. Now, for you, what's happening here for you? This is the King, you're the Knight. So I think something you can incorporate and heal your childhood so that you don't need to run anymore. Run, right? It's like heal. And I just saw this beautiful documentary with Gabor Mate, and he did such a beautiful job with his son. He did this retreat and they filmed it, and it's so beautiful. So healing childhood wounds is what's coming here. Right, seeing that you were a child and you're looking at it now and recognizing that there is healing possible, always. I also want to know what is actually Aries bringing, and Aries bringing you the Knight of Cups. And that's Pisces. And so the 12 and the 4 is the 16, that's the Tower, that's Mars. And we have Mars here, Mars in Aries, you see that? So the 16 is saying, well, sometimes things gotta go, and the path of love reveals itself. And I'm not gonna go further and see what actually the Knight of Cups is saying. I'm just gonna leave it here. They're next to each other, right, in the succession of the Zodiac signs. So there is Aries, and here is Pisces. And you understand the path of love is important. The path of love is here for us to heal. And so stop running, go and take part of being a healer that heals yourself and then can inspire others. I hope I see you in the next reading. That's when we get the Sun in Libra. That's the sword. That's the next mental aspect. Until then, I thank you so much for being with me. Namaste.